The way we continue to verify they're doing the things properly is you have what's called a job safety analysis. On a daily basis, each person is required to look at this tool, which is a risk management tool. And it basically says, here's the job I'm doing, here's what can kill me, here's now not to get killed. So it makes you think about everything, the environment, what you're doing, and how you do things. Then you also have what's called a tailgate meeting. A tailgate meeting is different from a job safety analysis in that you have a supervisor or a leader talking everybody through the proper procedures of what we're going to do. So we do a hazard assessment of a site. All the danger areas. We look at the road, we look at the ground, we look at the weather area of that, all that stuff. And then we say, okay, is this safe enough to bring people onto site to do work? And once that's been assessed that it is, we write that all down and we give it to that supervisor. Then that supervisor will then read off this document and we'll talk it through without 5, 10 people, however many are there. And then at the end of that, after everybody understands it, we make them sign it so that they know, I'm signing something that I said I am paying attention to. You don't just push a piece of paper around, everybody signs it and they go home and nobody talked about it. That's where people do things wrong. Right now, this area of North Dakota is constantly being built. So you have single lanes from 4 lanes turned into single lanes. If you don't pay attention, you don't even know what the lane you're going into because they're not really well marked, right? So we're teaching them pay attention, slow down in those construction zones. Why we would have clean vehicles and make sure they stay clean is because, one, you got to know what's in it, right? So you have what's called a pre-trip every time. You have to pre-trip 3 things. You have to pre-trip the truck. You have to pre-trip the equipment that goes in the truck, the external equipment, right? You have to pre-trip yourself. If you're not ready to drive, that's the first thing, right? You got to have an attitude you're ready, you have to be awake and alert, and you have to know what you're doing.